Sober Girls Yoga by The Mindful Life Practice.
And we're going to start this practice on our back bodies today. So come onto your yoga mat, come onto your spine, and just rest your soles of feet.
What? I think I have enough room. Yeah.
Let your shoulders be plugged in on the mat. Let your toes be drooping away. Let the palms be heavy. And then just take some deep breaths in and out. Let each inhale and exhale fill through your lungs and your heart space. And let yourself settle into the moment, just noticing what you're working with today, energetically, physically, mentally, what's going on. And then decide what you want to receive from this class, whether it's an energy of groundedness, an emptying, a release. What do you want to get from this practice? Pull the right knee into the chest. Let's just interlace the palms on the shin. And then we're going to come into our first sort of bind. So you're going to reach your right leg up towards the sky. If you have a yoga strap, you might hook your strap around your right foot. I'm just going to grab hold of my big toes with my peace finger. You could also grab hold of the back of your thigh or the back of the shin if it's not possible. So what are binds? A bind connects two parts of your body together. So in this case, I am binding my fingers with my toes. Let's open our right foot over to the right. And keep grounded into the left hip with the left palm. Take the right leg all the way back up through center. See if you can switch your hand around the left hand is around the right outside edge of the foot, or your strap passes into your left hand, and then just open your right arm towards the side, gaze over the right shoulder. So what do binds do for us? They help us deepen a shape by connecting two body parts together. Take the right leg all the way back up through center and just release your right foot now and feel the difference of right side compared to left. So your right leg should feel a little bit longer than your left leg. And then we'll take it into the opposite side. So lift the left leg up. You can hook the strap around the left foot, or I'm going to grab hold of the toe. And as you find and feel your breath, allow your breath to be this anchor into the moment. Take the foot all the way over towards the left. And then lift the left leg all the way up, past the foot in towards the right hand or past the strap into the right hand. Pull the left foot all the way over towards the right. Take one more round of breath where you are. And then come all the way back up through center. Just release the foot, pull the knees into the chest, and we're just going to rock up to a seated shape. Oh, someone's in the waiting room. Who is it? It is Callie. So come into your cross-legged shape, and in your cross-legged shape, you're going to open your arms into a cactus. And then pull the right arm underneath the left and high-five the hands. So you're coming into eagle, and you could grip opposite shoulders, and then do some little circles with your elbows. I'm making like a little figure eight. Just do 2 more little rounds like this. And then come all the way through center. Let's go the opposite way. So unwind through the arms. Take the left arm underneath the right, high-five the hands. And then you can do some little circles with your elbows in this way. Good, come all the way back through center now. Open the arms. Let's do one more bind in our seated shape. So take your right palm and just plant the right palm on the left shoulder. And then you might take your left palm and land the left palm on the right elbow and just pull the elbow overhead. So the elbow's lifted up overhead. Yeah, you got it. There you go. Yeah, perfect. And then maybe you weave the arm around and take your left palm. Perhaps you reach towards the right fingertips. And just make that bind behind your shoulders like that. Yeah, perfect. Really get a really good opportunity as a yoga teacher when you see your students just listening to your cues, whether their computer camera is off or whether they can't see you. It's an opportunity to see how strong your cues are. Because if they don't know what you're talking about, then it's an opportunity for growth. Let's unwind and then go the other way. So lift your left arm all the way up, plant your left palm on the right shoulder, and then weave the right arm around, make a connection. Perhaps you connect the palms together, just drawing the fingertips to touch, and just see how that feels. This is a bind. So binds connect our body together. Take one more breath where you are, and then release the palms. Let's take the palms onto the mat and bring the knees underneath the hips, the palms underneath the shoulders, and move through a few cat-cows. So on the inhale, just tilt through the pelvis, lift through the heart. On the exhale, curl through the spine. So binds, they connect our body physically, but binds also have this really cool spiritual story to them. Let's come all the way into neutral, extend the left leg, reach the right arm, and then take a breath in. And then we're going to tap elbow to our knee, and we'll do this a few times. So what's the spiritual story of binds? I think all of us have experienced in our life when we've been caught in a bind, right? That expression, caught in a bind, and it means you're stuck in a sticky situation. How many times in your life have you bound yourself to commitments that you didn't really want to do? You've bound yourself to a person that you don't want to be with. You've bound yourself to a job you don't want to do. Let's do one more. And then lift the arm up, lift the leg up, and if you want to take this bind, you're going to kick your left foot back and grab hold of the ankle, just open through the heart. And the other spiritual thing about binds is that the beauty in binds is the feeling of freedom when you release them, right? When you finally let go of that relationship you want to let go of that job you want to retire from, of that marriage that you don't want to be in anymore. When you finally let go, that's when you find the most freedom. Take one more breath where you are. And then release your right hand, release the left knee. Do a cat-cow. Inhale, expand through the heart space, lift through the sternum. Exhale, curl through the spine. And then take it the opposite way. So leave your left knee where it is. Lift your right leg long, lift your left arm long. Big breath in. And then connect your elbow to your knee, and we'll do this a few times. Moving with the breath. Maybe just 3 more. 2 more. Take a last one. Inhale, extend the arm and extend the leg. Now perhaps you reach your left palm back and then open through the heart space. Take 1 more breath. And then release your left palm, release the right knee. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Spread through the palms and just tuck the toes. Lift all the way up. Find your first downward facing dog. From your down dog, leave the left foot where it is. Take the right leg up towards the sky. And then pull the right knee in. You're going to step the right foot between the palms. Just rock forward and back. And then eventually land onto the left knee. Lift the arms up towards the sky. Come into your Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. And from our Anjaneyasana, we're going to open our arms into cactus arms. And then take the right arm underneath the left. Gripping the palms together, finding this eagle. And then you could curve through the spine, just open up. And lift the heart up again. So do this a couple times. Eagle arms. Flowing in your bind. Take 1 more breath. Come all the way up into a neutral. Unwind the arms, lift them up towards the sky. Take the right palm planted on the left shoulder. Take your left arm, weave it all the way around. And then just interlace the palms, make a connection. Take 1 more breath. Lift the arms up towards the sky. Let's reach our palms all the way forward now. Leave your left palm where it is. Lift the right arm up. Take the right arm back, land it on the sacrum. Perhaps you kick the foot back. Take a quad stretch. This is also a bind. Good, take 1 more breath. And then release the left foot. Take the right palm forward. Walk the fingertips back. Lengthen over the right leg. So I've been thinking a lot about a sober girls yoga retreat in the Maldives. It's like a very peaceful place. It's very quiet. Feels like things are slow. There's like nowhere to rush to. There's no sense of urgency. Take 1 more breath where you are. And then just walk both hands towards the front of the mat. You can tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. And just step your right foot back. Move through your first vinyasa flow. So lowering through your chaturanga dandasana. Rolling over the toes. Lifting the heart up. And then take it back to your down dog. Hips reach up towards the sky. Let the head go. You can rock the head no to no more tension. Give it a little rock, yes. Leave the right foot where it is. Lift the left leg up, big breath in. And then pull the left knee in. Step the left foot between the palms. You can rock forward and back. And then eventually just land onto your right knee. Lift the arms up towards the sky. Do this the opposite way. So open the arms into cactus. You can take your left arm underneath the right and high five the hands. And then do some curving with your spine. Maybe just one more. Come all the way into a neutral now. Unwind the arms, lift them all the way up. Go the opposite way, so land your left palm on your right shoulder. Weave the left arm around. Hook the fingertips together, make a connection. Notice if this side is a little bit different than the other. For me, because of my wrist injury, I'm still working on the mobility and flexibility of that joint. Let's unwind the arms, lift the arms all the way up. And then take the palms forward. Leave your right palm where it is. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Let's kick the foot back. If you want, take a quad stretch, gaze over the left shoulder. And then release the right foot. Take your left fingertips forward, frame the foot, walk the fingertips back. This is your Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Breathe into your back of your leg. Take one more breath. And then walk the fingertips forward. Good, let's tuck our right toes, lift our right knee, just step back. And then move through a vinyasa flow or go straight back to down dog, your choice. Now we're gonna do a really similar flow, but we're gonna do it standing on our feet instead of in our low lunge, and we'll add on a little bit. So leave the left foot where it is. Lift the right leg up. Pull the right knee all the way in. Step the right foot between the palms. Good. Lift the arms all the way up towards the sky, coming into your crescent lunge. And then open the arms into cactus. Pull the right arm underneath the left and high five the hands or grip opposite shoulders. And then do a little bit of movement with the spine curving in and then expanding up. Just two more. And then take a last one. And then if you can, with your arms in this bind, shift weight onto the right foot, tilt the body forward, extend the left leg behind you. This is Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. You can reach through the leg, press through the heel, press through the big toe. Invite a little bit of a back bend through the heart space. Take one more breath in. And then press and land your left foot all the way back. Land through your left heel, reach your left arm forward, your right arm back. This is Warrior 2. And then from the Warrior 2, take your right palm, plant it on your left shoulder. Take the left arm all the way around. See if you can come into this bind. I forgot to mention before, if you can't quite reach the bind, you can use a yoga strap. There's no hierarchy. You're not better at yoga or worse because you need a strap or not. Take one more round of breath. And then unwind both arms. Lengthen through the right leg. Let's reach the right arm forward. Clock the right arm alongside the right calf, getting into the back of the right leg. This is Utthita Trikonasana. And then we'll do one more balancing pose. So see if you can shift weight onto your right foot, right fingertips. This is Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And then maybe you kick your left foot back. This is Ardha Chapasana with the bind. Take one more breath. Release your left foot, release the left palm. Come all the way up to stand with the left foot alongside the right, and just take the palms together. Find this mountain moment. In this moment, maybe think about the binds that you found freedom from. The freedom from addiction. Maybe you found freedom from a toxic relationship. Maybe you found freedom from beliefs about yourself. The beauty in binds is their direct correlation to our real life. When you release them, you can find the most freedom. And lift the arms up towards the sky like you're embracing the freedom. Breathe it in. Take an exhalation and then empty forward fold. Inhalation, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Fingertips brush the shins. And then exhalation, forward fold, land the palms, step back to your plank, move through your chaturanga. Who's in the waiting room? It's iPhone 12 mini. I know who that is. It's Callie. You know, I was saying the other day to someone that I really think my brain has changed since I started teaching on Zoom. And how my brain has changed is that I'm used to seeing everyone's name in the corner. And in real life, it makes it really hard for me to remember names. There's iPhone 12 mini. I always remember iPhone 12 mini. Okay, take the left leg up towards the sky, coming into your three-legged dog. This is Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Eka actually means one. So there's conflicted opinions whether it's one-legged dog or three-legged dog, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Pull the left knee in towards the body, step the left foot between the palms, lift the arms up towards the sky, crescent lunge. And then open the arms into cactus. Sweep the left arm underneath the right and high five the hands. And then do a bit of curling with the spine. I was saying to Lauren about why I was I wasn't a great grade 1 teacher is because I'm not a black or white person. I'm very much a gray person. So it could be three-legged dog, it could be one-legged dog. 1 + 1 could be 2, it could be 3. Do one more breath. And then come all the way up. And then just shift, weight onto your left leg, lift the right leg behind you. A Course in Miracles says that to teach is to demonstrate, and my teacher Rolf says, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing worth demonstrating is love. I think that's the most important thing about being a teacher, is that you practice love, and the actual content you teach doesn't matter so much. Take one more breath, and then step the right foot back, expand, take your right arm forward, left arm back, just pause. Settle the gaze over the fingertips. Breathe your body. Take the left arm up, plant the left palm on the right shoulder, weave the right arm around, take the fingertips together, find the bind on this side. And then unwind at both arms. Lift your right arm forward, left arm back. Lengthen through the left leg. Shorten the stance a little bit. Reach your left arm forward. And then take the left arm alongside the left calf. Reach the right arm up. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then if you want to shift weight onto your left foot, left fingertips, go for it. How you doing, Lauren? Oh, sun cream in the eye. The problems in the Maldives. And maybe you kick the right foot back to meet the right fingertips. Find your bind. This is Ardha Chandrasana Chapasana. Release the right foot, release the right hand, come all the way up to stand, connect the palms together, mountain moment. Take a big inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold the body forward. Take the inhale, halfway lift. And then just exhale, lower down, step the feet back, move the body all the way through a vinyasa flow. And we're gonna do one more standing pose with a little bit of a bind before we make our way to wind down. So take your right leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog, Ekapada, Adho Mukha Savasana. This is our last three-legged dog of the practice, I think. So if you do want to flip your dog, if that's part of your practice, if you know what that means, if you feel like it, go for it. And if you don't feel like it, or you don't know what that means, it really doesn't matter. Makes no difference in the grand scheme of your life. Take the right leg all the way back up through neutral, and then just pull the right knee in and step the right foot between the palms. Lift the arms all the way up, and then open into a warrior two. Take an inhale, reverse the warrior. And then this time, come all the way forward, land the right elbow onto the right thigh, lift your left arm up overhead. So option one, you're staying right here. Option two, your right palm goes to the inside of the right thigh. Option three, you're weaving your left arm back and you're weaving the right arm under and you're making this connection. And then option four, you might shift weight onto the left foot, trust that the left foot will hold you, and then start to lift the right leg all the way up. Maybe coming into your bird of paradise. In paradise. It is hard. Come all the way back up to your warrior two wherever you are. Take an inhale, just reverse the warrior. And then windmill both palms to the mat and frame the foot. Step all the way back to a down dog or move through a flow. And then take it the opposite way. So left leg lifts. Pull the left knee in, step the foot between the palms. Lift all the way up. Come to your warrior two. So your left arm is reaching forward, right arm is reaching back. And then take an inhale, reverse the warrior. So land your right palm, lift your left arm up. Come all the way forward, land the left elbow onto the left thigh, reach the right arm up overhead. So option one, you stay here. Option two, you reach your left arm down towards the mat. Option three, you might weave the arm back, make your connection. Option four, you might step your right foot forward, lift all the way up, balancing. Knowing that falling is part of being human. No human has had a perfect track record. We have all fallen from grace. We've all stumbled. And it doesn't really matter what your past is, it's who you are now that matters. So fall and fumble, and break. It's how you'll build yourself up again. Take one more breath where you are, and then make your way back to the warrior two. Lift all the way up. And then just windmill both palms to the mat and frame the foot. Step back. Journey through your flow. Arrive at the down dog. Breathe the right leg up towards the sky. And then pull the right knee in, lay the right shin across the width of the mat. Snuggle the left knee back in space. And I'm gonna give you an option to stay upright if you like. You might even come into a bind here if you feel like it, perhaps kicking the foot back. I'm gonna go into like a mermaid quad stretch. You could also use your strap for this. You also don't have to do it at all. It's just like an invitation. And then from whatever variation you're in, we're gonna release it and then come all the way forward, land onto the elbows. Just sigh your body into the shape. So I think some of the biggest binds that I've caught myself in my life are binds about my identity, who I am. You know, I got myself stuck in this idea like I am the party girl. And that shaped so much of who I was. It shaped so many of my decisions, so many of my beliefs about myself. Becoming sober is scary in that way because you totally lose your sense of self. You're like, who the F am I? And if you have the courage to see that transformation through, you're going to find that you're someone completely different than you thought you were. Take one more breath. And then come all the way up onto the palms. Lift all the way up into the down dog. And then do the opposite side. So left leg lifts. Pull the left knee in, lay the shin across the width of the mat. Snuggle the right knee back. Stay upright in your back bend for a moment. Perhaps you kick the foot back to get into a quad stretch. Just see how that lands. Noticing if this side is different than the other. My body's a lot tighter on this side. It feels really uncomfortable. Just notice it. And then if you have the foot, just gently release it. Come all the way forward. I also found myself in binds about what I expected people to be capable of giving me. Right? I expect a father to be a certain way. I expect a grandmother to be a certain way. And one of the biggest pivotal moments in my life was the day when I realized, you know, the only thing that's hurting me right now is my expectation of what I want this father to be. And if I just let that go, it's happy days. Right? But if I keep showing up to this relationship thinking and hoping that he will be one way and he's not, that's where the grief lies. Right? That's where the struggle lies. And that's a bind, right? Society tells us that someone should play a certain role in our life. And then we find freedom when we let that go. Take one more breath. Come all the way up. And then let's just roll onto our left bottom and then swing the right leg around. Lengthen the right leg, and you can either place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh, or you might even cross, like I'm gonna cross my ankle on top into like a half lotus, and then start to come all the way forward. So this is a forward fold. Actually, I'm gonna bring my leg even further across. So I'm just stacking my knee upon my knee. Just let your body release into it. So there are any binds that you're trying to release right now. Take one more round of breath where you are. And then lift all the way up. Unwind the leg. Go the opposite way, so cross your right thigh on top of the left. Lift the arms up, big breath in. And then come all the way forward. So right before this yoga class, I watched this really beautiful, beautiful video. And I don't know if you guys know Nas Daily, but he got really famous for making these daily videos. And he just posted a video today about him and his partner, who they were together for 6 years, and they talked about their breakup. They told the story of their relationship and why they were breaking up. And from the way they told the story, it sounds like Nas was so committed to his company and his work and his videos that he just wasn't able to prioritize his girlfriend, and she was making a decision to choose herself. And it was just one of the most beautiful videos I've ever seen, like just a beautiful arch of closure, and they talked about all the things that they loved about each other and how glad they were to know each other, to have learned from each other over the last 6 years. Isn't that such a beautiful way to think about letting go? Take one more round of breath. And then lift all the way up. Let's take the right leg in front of us. We're going to do one more seated pose before we come onto our spine. So bend through your right knee, just plant your right foot on the mat, and then step the right foot across your left leg. And you're going to sweep your left arm around the right knee, and then land the right fingertips behind you and just gaze over the right shoulder. This is half Lord of the Fishes. Take one more breath. And then come all the way back. And then uncross your right leg, go the opposite way, so bend through the left knee. And just take a big step with the left foot over the right thigh, wrap your right arm around. Take your left fingertips behind you, gaze over the left shoulder. Take one more breath. And then unwind. Let's uncross our legs now and just come all the way onto the back body. Open the arms into cactus and just drop both knees over towards the right. You can gaze over the left shoulder. So this is your spinal twist. I have a poem that I want to read you if I can find it. I'm one of those people that has like a million windows open on my computer at all times. I'm like a digital hoarder. Bring the knees all the way back up through center and then twist the opposite way. One of the best things about being an expat is that you really have to let go over and over again. You get really good at letting go. You learn what's important and what's not. Lift all the way up and just pull the knees into the chest. Give your body a little hug. And if there's any last postures that you want to do before we drop into our Shavasana, go for it. This poem that I'm going to share with you today is called In Blackwater Woods by Mary Oliver. Look, the trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light. Are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon and fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the ponds. And every pond, no matter what its name is nameless now. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads me back to this. The fires and the black river of loss, and whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing that your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, to let it go. Rang true inside these bones. We stood steady in the stars and the wood, so happy-hearted in the warm. Rang true inside these bones. As the old pine fell, we sang. Just to bless the morning. When you're ready, just do a little wake-up wiggle through the fingers and the toes. Take a nice expansive stretch all the way from fingers through toes. So big, long stretch through the body. And then just pull the knees into the chest. Give the body a nice, soft little hug. And then pull yourself all the way up to a seated shape and bring the palms together at heart center. It's been really, really nice to see all of you. I will be adding this class again at the same time for tomorrow, so I hope I see you there. We close this practice with an intention. And it's an ancient intention, but it's the original intention. It's been passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remains steady, that our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals, and it serves, and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe, be happy, be healthy, be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So let's just finish with an Om sound, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out, and then breathe in to make the Om. So take a big filling breath in. Take a big emptying breath out. Big breath in. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here around the world. I'm really grateful to have all of you in this class, in this practice. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you, thank you.